Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. I want you all to sit back and relax and let's look into the looking glass for 2024. Well, Happy New Year, guys, and I hope you had a lovely Christmas and I hope you're all keeping well. So let's see, as I look into this crystal ball and it phases over, what is in store for 2024? Okay. Well, I believe that we are in for a stormy, explosive year. And I do believe that we have been feeling it, guys, haven't we? And what I want to say is that it's the year of everything coming to the forefront. Things that have been dead and buried for a long, long time, things that have been covered up. I want to say that this is going to be the year. And soon as the clock strikes 12, I feel everything is about to be revealed. As I look into this crystal ball, I feel we are going to have some crazy weather over the next couple of months. And I want to say prep. And I'm not saying this to fearmonger. I've been seeing this for a little while, but we could have problems with power outages, cyber attacks. And I'm getting 28 and 17, 21, number 9, and number 2. Number 2 could be connected with February, or it could be connected with dates. There could be times. So possibly watch for this to take place. Now, as you know, recently there's been all this hoo-ha, what's been going on in the Supreme Court of Appeal, which has been happening with Trump in Colorado. And I want to say that you just have to let things play out. I want to say that everything which has been covered up you have to let these clowns go as far as they can. Okay? And everything will start to unravel. It is going to be the year, like I said to you before, the year of everything being exposed. But as I look at Donald Trump in this crystal ball, I feel it's as if he's in some sort of swamp and it looks like they're pushing him down. He's sinking. But what I do feel is that I can see him swimming back up to the top. Things have to get pretty bleak, guys, all right, before things start to unravel. And it's as if I want to say it's going to be the end of the cover-up. Because once everything starts to unravel, it's going to expose an entire criminal syndicate. So you need to watch for this. Okay. I also feel it's as if that it's all going to become quite explosive in the UK as well. And you've got somebody who's Prime Minister at the moment who was not voted in by the British people. And I just feel it's as if these clowns have been running the show for a very, very long time. And what I want to say is that there's more scandals to come out with the Tory party. That's not new. So you need to watch for this to happen. And I am getting votes. I'm getting votes coming in early. Now, I don't know if this is to do with the election, because I know the UK election is going to be into 2024 as well. But it could be that there could be votes to come. Now, is that with the British people? Possibly not. It could be that they're going to be voting again, or they're going to be trying to get Rishi Sunak out and they're going to be bringing somebody else in. But I just feel it's as if, again, you just need to let them all run the show for everything to be exposed. Because what I do predict is that we will go Labour Britain again, sooner than what you think, okay? But I just get that the shock's also to coming around Cameron. And I just get that it's like they're running amok at the minute. I can't explain it. They've got no sense for helping the British people. It's all about themselves. And it's as if like they're rubbing it right in my noses now. But what I want to say to you is that there's twists and turns coming in with the Tory party, and there's big shocks to come. But I see Rishi Sunak leaving, and I see somebody else being replaced before Labour Britain comes in. So possibly another Tory to come in after Rishi Sunak. But I also feel it's as if there's a big twist on this, and there's a woman to take place. There's a woman to come into Parliament. I don't know if she's a Tory or a Labour woman, but I feel it's as if that she could be the one who could take the lead next. So watch for this, right? And if I'm getting this wrong, she'll be the one who'll come in after the change within the Tory party. So again, there's big twists of fate to come in there. But I do feel there's going to be an uprising with the British people, so you need to watch for that. I see a lot of marches to take place, and I'm also seeing still a lot of protests. And I actually do feel no later than September, October, there could be a great pressure which could be put on the NHS again. So it makes me wonder if something else is coming. And there could be a situation where they're going to have to change the NHS. It could go part privatised. This is what I feel. So you need to watch for that, okay? But watch for 3 scandals to come forth within the British Parliament. All right? So people have asked us to look into the economy. And as I look into this economy, into the crystal ball tonight for 2024, I just feel it's going to get worse before it gets better. Okay? I mean, it says on the news, you've got with the US dollar and everything, how it's never been so good and all that, which I don't believe so. But you need to watch for massive changes to take place. And where it's going to drop, it's all going to be happening. So it has to get worse before it gets better. But when it gets worse, there's going to be something what's going to zoom up there to do with gold and silver. And I am getting March. March is coming through very strong in April. Round about the time, there will be big sort of scandals. Everything's going to start to erupt within US politics. So watch for that. And I do see court cases after court cases. This could take place around Trump. But I've always said he's going to be a hard man to take down. So possibly watch that. There could be a few things that they could take him to court. But I also get thrown out of court. Some things they will get him on, some things they won't. But he's still running. I still see him running into the next US presidential election for 2024. So it's as if, that they're just showing their true colours, really. It's like a bunch of Democrats saying, don't vote for him. We're going to stop this in Colorado, and you have to vote for us. It's like democracy's been taken away from the US. That's the way I see it. And it's the same what's happening in the UK as well. It's like that. I just feel it's as if that it's become so restricted, okay? And it's as if the devil's raising his horns. He's showing his face. Satan moves in mysterious ways. But what you need to understand is that you have to let these devils go as far as they can to expose themselves. And that's what's going to happen. Because what I do feel is there's a big twist with all of this into March, April. And I'm also feeling there's going to be a big twist to do with the next US election. After there will be possibly more riots to come and a lot of problems. It may be stalled, but it will go ahead. But I don't know if it's stalled at the beginning or at the middle to the end. There's something to happen. But I do also get, as I look into this crystal ball, history will repeat itself. So there possibly could be interference. But what I do feel is that it's extraordinary, guys. It's as if that they're waving the American flag and they're saying that it's going to be epic. There's going to be a big twist with this. And it's a rise for the US people. All right? It's a rise for the people. So watch for that. I still feel there's a woman to come into play, and I don't know about Biden. I feel it's as if that they're going to maneuver him out. There's a woman to come into play. But if he does run, right, and say if there was a crazy situation where he did get in, a woman will take his place. But I just don't feel that's going to happen. I feel there's a big twist with all of this. So you need to watch for that. Okay. Round about the time when all this kicks off, and I would say it's just before, maybe it's a few months before the election, I do believe that there's going to be big news coming in around Argentina. All right. And Turkey's coming out very strong. I'm just saying eruptions after eruptions and possibly earthquakes still to take place. I know I've talked about in my last podcast about Iceland with the volcano, but I just feel it's smouldering. You know what I mean? There is problems going on underneath with the platelets and all of that underneath the ground. But what I do feel very strongly is that I'm getting more earthquakes tonight. There could be eruptions there, but I don't feel it's going to be so devastating to the whole of Iceland. Maybe it's just the surrounding area. So for people who live around the surrounding area, please take care. But I do feel like you'll be fine. I am getting air quality, and it's coming through very strong tonight. Something about air quality. Interesting. And I've seen this before where I see planes are disrupted with flights and they can't take off. So there could be problems with air. The question is this natural or is this not? And what the crystal ball show me tonight is it's not natural, or it's been sparked off from something. But I'm seeing explosions, air, smoke. Okay, and restrictions in airports. They show me this quite strong. What I want to say is that these are visions that I'm seeing. And again, I'm getting, there's a lot of different events to take place. All right, they are real events. But there is an event to take place which is going to be sort of like a black SWAN event, okay? And it's happening and it's a big distraction. This could affect the economy. It could stop things on a hold. It could just stop things, right? But I want to say that it's bigger, all right, than 9/11. I want to send angel protection out. And what I want to say is that I get something to do with smoke and air, land's coming through, and travel or airports. But I see it all over world news, and they'll say it's terrorism. That's what they'll say. Okay? So you need to watch for that. And I'm also very drawn to August, September. So as I'm speaking this, I'm seeing Archangel Michael coming in, and he's sending in lots of waves of love and protection with his steel sword there. His Archangel Michael's sword. And I do believe angels are walking this planet at the moment. Okay. But life is like a game of chess. And definitely when it comes to politics, what's taking place at the moment, it's as if they're doing what they're doing. And we as the people are sitting back who are awakened and looking at it all. And they must just think we're stupid, that they can't see that what we can see. Or do they really care that we can see it? But what I want to say to you is the real insurrectionists will be exposed. It's coming through really, really strong. I'm very drawn to China seas, and I'm getting something what takes place. Again, it could all go off at the same time, but I'm getting China, and I see warships, and I also see cargo, problems with cargo. Remember, the world's changing a lot. Everything's starting to unravel. So this is why it's going to get messy, all right? But it's around about that time everything takes off to do with this smoke event as well, right? Okay. And I feel it's as if that could be the point where there could be problems with trade. But where ships will go out, Navy ships will go out, they'll turn and come back. It's like we're in some sort of big movie at the minute and we just need to watch everything unfold. But there will be more problems with cargo. Watch for also big news coming in around Australia. And I want to say, I don't know if it's to do with their Prime Minister. And Japan's going to take a big change. I see something big happening there. It's like a big hit to come in around Japan. I'm getting 4.6 or 5.6. Now, I don't know if that's to do with an earthquake. And I am very drawn to around the Tokyo area. And I'm also getting the east coast of America. That's coming through very strong. But Turkey's coming out in Pakistan and India. I'm also being shown the boot of Italy. So to me, it's like Mother Gaia. She's transforming. She's getting rid of old wounds, because she's like a living being like us. So the world is going to change a lot. All right. Everything will fall into place. But they'll also use these events to bring in this new technology, which I've talked about, in this new internet, which I feel is going to take place. So it makes me think, as I look into this crystal ball, it's as if it's all light and then it all goes black. There's going to be a change. There's going to be problems to do with fuel and light. And they'll use this as an excuse to bring in this new technology. It's huge what we are in at the minute. It is biblical. Talking about that, talking about other life forms out there in the galaxy. And people have asked me for a while now, Louise, when's there going to be extraterrestrial disclosure and all of that? And I've always felt that it's within. But what's going to take place into 2024 is going to be a massive wave of human consciousness, a big jump in our spiritual ascension. And I feel it's as if that individual people, some of them are small groups, some of them are large groups, and some of them are just people on their own, will start to get events where they're meeting up with different beings. And I'm not just talking about in astral, I'm talking physical. All right. What I feel very strongly is that our ascension is going to go through the roof. And when you get to that certain level, it's as if that we're the ones who are changing this planet. We're the ones who are going into that new earth. So it's not like we're jumping off this planet through a rapture and we're getting sucked off Earth and we're going on to another planet. We're the ones who are creating it. Remember, the physics and everything that we know is not what we've been told. And we are a lot more magical than we could ever know, because we are magical, spiritual beings of the light. So what I'm saying to you is that in your reality, not for everybody, but for many and some, that you will be the ones who will have the physical contact, because they are already walking amongst us. We are going to be the ones who is going to change the program. It may look like a physical world. We are living on a physical planet, but we will be the ones, the people, who will change the reality, who will change and bring in these physical beings. We are the porthole gatekeepers. And I'm going to leave that one with you for the night. I want you to remember that. We have the key to open the portholes. And they don't want me to know that. It's going to be explosive. And I feel through this situation, There's going to be new healing techniques which are going to come forth, a new way of thinking. But there is massive changes coming for the globe financially and for trade. We need to prep, guys. We need to stay grounded. And we need to keep our eyes firmly ahead of us. All right? As things start to unfold, I do believe we as the Patriots will take back the control. But we will also have a revelation. Stay safe, stay happy, stay grounded, and may the force be with you all. Goodbye now.
Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this astral travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck in my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.